The FDA says lead-tainted applesauce pouches may have also contained chromium. The organization detected a, quote, high level of the chemical element in Wanabana apple cinnamon fruit puree. The substance was also discovered in cinnamon collected from the Ecuador factory where the pouches were manufactured. In addition to Wanabana cinnamon applesauce, the recall included 2 other products made by the company. It's unclear whether the children exposed to the chemicals are at risk for serious health problems. Lawmakers are returning to Washington this week with 12 days to avoid a government shutdown. Leaders have a new agreement for how much they want to spend and cut from the budget. The bipartisan deal calls for the usual more than $1.5 trillion of spending and some new cuts that conservatives say are not enough. $886 billion would go to defense funding and $772 billion in domestic non-defense spending, in line with spending caps approved last year to raise the nation's debt ceiling. Republicans negotiated another $16 billion in cuts. President Joe Biden and Democratic leadership call the trade-offs a good deal, but the real test will come when House Republicans consider the bill. The ultra-conservative Freedom Caucus calls it worse than they thought.
So the question is, can Speaker Johnson whip those votes and be able to get something less than they want, and will they take it? Or is he going to go over to the Democratic side and broker a compromise? And that might also cost him his speakership. He's in a real difficult position.
And Democrats are warning House Republicans not to add polarizing policies like immigration to the budget that would risk it passing. The Biden administration is withholding $2 million from student loan services that failed to meet their contractual obligations. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau laid out the challenges facing the Education Department's student loan servicers since the pandemic pause ended. It says borrowers have been experiencing billing errors, processing delays, and long hold times. Officials say millions of borrowers did not make their first payments last fall due to problems created by their servicers. They penalized the servicers, including Aidvantage, Ed Financial, and Nelnet. A restaurant in Atlanta is gaining a lot of attention lately because of an added charge customers are finding added to their bills. It's a 4% health insurance fee for the restaurant's full-time employees. It's posted as soon as you walk through the door, and it's on every menu and receipt. The restaurant is getting some mixed reviews about this and even threatening messages from out-of-town guests who aren't so happy about that $2 extra fee. Others are happy their money is being put to good use.
People who walked in the door and said, "Hey, I hear what you're doing for your employees. I've worked in the restaurant industry and we never had health insurance."
The signage states customers can remove the fee without hesitation if they choose not to pay it. The owner hopes this will make a difference in the lives of not only her employees, but also sends a message to the entire restaurant industry. Vice President Kamala Harris will be visiting Charlotte Thursday. The White House says the vice president will take part in a roundtable discussion on the Biden administration's efforts to reduce gun violence. We're told the vice president will be joined by educators, state leaders, and Education Secretary Miguel Cardona. The vice president's visit to North Carolina comes following a campaign stop over the weekend in Myrtle Beach. And tonight in Davidson County, county commissioners are set to talk about 2 economic development projects. According to the meeting's agenda, public hearings will be held on incentive grants for Project Puma and Project Next. The board will also discuss a request from Terramore Development to support a business in Lexington that would generate truck traffic. Davidson County Commissioners meet at 6 o'clock in the Davidson County Governmental Building. That is on Greensboro Street in Lexington.